everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. To get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Let's turn the music down. Turn the music down. I'm a little late because I was talking to a certain someone, and the lights should probably change to the color of the hoodie because that's what the market just did today. We went from having red light therapy to what the fuck did we just see? What's going on this market? All of a sudden, recession canceled, market going back to the upside. If you had, okay, you know what? Let's change the colors because I'm actually very distracted by these colors. Alexa, Netflix and chill? No, that's the, Alexa, stop. Alexa, lights green. Boom. Now it's green, matching the market environment. Get some good green light aroma smell. Green light therapy and get some smiles on our face again because our portfolios are once again green. I hope so. If you had a portfolio still, I know a lot of people might not even have a portfolio anymore, right? People might not even, people might be actually very pissed off at today because yesterday they dumped their portfolio. They completely evaporated their portfolio, and today all of a sudden you find out that the 90-day fake news was actually a real news and was a news leak, which Trump wanted to be the hero, so he said it was not real, and then he comes out with making it real. I mean, what's going on over here, dude? What are we actually doing in this market? Like, this is a president that you guys love and are so happy to have him in the chair. I am so confused. Like, if you thought the market was going to zero from Monday and Tuesday, and all of a sudden you saw today, what's your opinion now? What do you think the market's gonna do? I have no clue anymore, and this is where I am so happy that I'm a day trader and I'm not an investor. I'm not a swing trader. This is where I get to take advantage of the current volatility in the market. I get to participate in all the fun during the market hours, but boy oh boy, I would go absolutely batshit crazy with the current environment. I know Victor's in the house today. What's up, Victor? I know you said you were busy with the call, but I wanted to have you on stream to talk about this exact same thing. I wanted to talk to you about the whole craziness that's happening with tariffs. How are you as an investor, as a value investor, which I think you are, but I don't want to put labels to you, right? As an investor, what you are, how are you dealing with these waves? Are you more so thinking about it in the long term spectrum? You're thinking about in the 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, hand off my portfolio to my kid years. If you're thinking about it in that time realm, then maybe all these turmoil that we had in the market, the little dips we had in the market, these were just buy the dips opportunities for you. And if you did that, today's, what was it, monstrous 7% pop on the news, and then a little bit more, I can't remember exactly what the overall pop was. We can go to the full screen, and actually let's do that right now. Let's go to the full screen, take a quick look at the QQQ pop today. And how big was this pop? Also on the after hours. So that was the news move. And that pop ended up being about 10% move, $43 move on the QQQ today. For QQQ, the normal ATR before all of this craziness in the market, normal ATR was 10 and less than 10. It was actually 7 before all of the craziness happened in the market. Now we're at 18, and you're seeing the market move $45 in about, what is it, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Insane opportunities. For example, today I actually got beat up looking for a trade in all of this range. All of this nonsense bullshit range that the market did nothing on. I got chopped up on a lot of positions. Nvidia, let's actually go to my trades on the day and do a quick little review on it. Like I said, was down 1.5 risk units on the day, and then thankfully the news event helped me to break even, and then go home with $0. That was great. At least I'm not down a crazy amount of money, right? Tired and exhausted from the overall moves today. I need a beer. Sadly, I did not get a beer. But I did get a shot. Everyone at the office today did have a shot, and that sufficed me for a little while. All right, let's show you guys the trades that I guess I lost on the day with. Here's trying to short the market using SPXS. This is the leverage ETF on S&P 500. So shorting the market, meaning you're going long on this one. This is the inverse ETF. So trying to short the market, fail. Trying to short the market again, fail. Trying to short the market again, fail. Starting off the day, amazing. Next, trying to do the same thing, but this time on a sector that's actually weak, on a stock that's also weak along with the sector, and a sector that is actually not in the exemption for the 90-day tariff pause, which is the China sector. China is actually retaliating with their own tariff increase, and on top of that, Trump is also retaliating with more tariff increases to China. So it's almost like this pop over here that happened on BABA was a free opportunity to look for a short. So I did manage to get a short much later in the day. But before the news move and before all of the craziness, you can see how BABA set up for a really good short from that 101 area, which I missed on the opening drive. So later on the pop into VWAP, I try for the short for a bigger move back into lower day and possibly even lower. No dice, lose money over here, loss every single trade, loss. It was really stressful today, I'll be honest. It was very stressful. At one point I was so tilted. For example, here UVXY, I'm short in this nice consolidation type, real $1 type box between $48 and $49. I'm sure, and I'm looking for this move exactly, right? But this was obviously a news move. We don't know if this move was gonna come out. Possibly a move into lower day or a little bit lower, because by this point S&P 500 was trying to reclaim the 500 level. And ooh, that's actually a nice coincidence. S&P 500 with the $500 area. Anyways, S&P 500 was trying to reclaim the $500 area, and I was looking for at least some sort of a clean downside move, risking $1. Maybe you get a $3, get a clean 3:1 trade. I get stopped out on it, and then the news happens. Whatever, I'm okay with that one. But this one, I'm long as the stock pulls back to the S&P Capital setup, which is the second chance scalp setup, right? Basically, the entry should be a little bit later. Even if the entry was a little bit later, I would have still gotten stopped out on that trade. That news move comes in, first triggers all stops, and then runs up. When I get the stopped out and then I see the move right away after getting stop hunted, the very next move is just insane amount of volume. I'm looking at the tape, I'm looking at the level 1, level 2, everything is just so active and moving so quickly. I'm like, what's going on? What's the news? What's the news? I can't see it. And then boom, people in my pod, they tell me a 90-day extension. What? Come on, Trump. I thought that was fake news. It's not fake news. It's actually real news. And Nvidia rips up to the north side, up 18% on the day. Up 18% on the day. And this is why you buy good companies at good prices. That AI bubble, the tech bubble that people were talking about being popped, might not be popped. It's gonna go right back up to the north side. Bring in the capex spending again. Bring in the anti-recession talks. Bring in lower inflation talks. It's just crazy the way Trump is playing games over here with everyone's portfolios. Either you gotta love it or you gotta hate it. Nice little short scalp over here on Palantir, and then trying something on Pfizer, because there was a news on Pfizer in the morning that Pfizer, along with a bunch of other pharmaceutical companies, pharmaceutical tariffs, that's what the news was. So pharmaceutical tariff news comes out, Pfizer drops to the downside under $21, but doesn't really have too much traction below 21, and you can see how in pre-market it holds 2080, pops back up, and then after the open it kind of has a failed breakout of this pre-market high area. It's not pre-market high, but this little box around pre-market has a little bit of a failed breakout. So as the stock gets back below VWAP, I get back short, looking for a move to the downside back into pre-market lows. Instead, it popped back higher, so I took my stop, walked away from it, and that would have been the right call, because it does absolutely nothing for the rest of the day. So that were basically a whole bag of losers to show you guys how my day started. None of them were actually good trades, but later on, once the news came out, I was a little frustrated. You saw how I was frustrated because of Nvidia, right? Where did Nvidia go? Anyways, you saw I was frustrated because I got stopped out and ticked out on Nvidia, so I missed out on the actual rally to the upside. However, I did manage to catch leg number 2. If you look at Amazon, this was a stock we prepared for Monday night on stream. Or maybe, yeah, I think Monday night on stream. The idea was to see how the stock would trade right around 185, 184. It pops into 185. 185 also happens to be, it was a 185.50, I think. Also happens to be yesterday's high. Creates a beautiful flag into 185. So taking that 185 flag breakout, getting a quick little scalp. Second chance long. Taking some out on that pop over there, taking some on that breakout again, scalping most of my profits, and then looking for the pullback, and then looking for the second chance again. You got another second chance opportunity, and the market at this point, insane rally, closing at the highs. I mean, I don't even need to say anything else after that, do I? So that's Amazon. Here is S&P 500, taking a quick little scalp on the S&P 500. No size, so sadly not able to hold for a bigger move. That would have been monstrous if I actually managed to hold that for a big move. PDD off the open. I was profitable on this name, so I guess I wasn't absolutely horrible off the open today. FXI managed to catch a little bit of short on this one today. but missing out on some money over there too. So I was all over the place. I was a little jumpy, traded the open poorly. But as I said yesterday on stream, this is not the market to be crying about, right? This is not the market where you tuck your tail between your legs and go home crying after you have a bad open. There's so many opportunities with volatility at insane prices. With fear, probably what's the fear now? I'm guessing fear and greed is like 15, 16, 17. God damn, that was close. So extreme fear still, but not 4. Now it's at 17. So showing you that a little bit more faith in Donald J. Clown has come back into the market. Potential. I think Jamie Dimon mentioned that recession probability is now at 45% compared to what he said was 65% before. I'm not sure if that was accurate. I think it was 65, but now it's 45%. If tariffs are no longer an issue, is World War III an issue, right? Is Trump and Xi gonna go to extreme measures to the point where we get trade embargoes, and how much of China I don't think that's a lot. So in 2023, United States received 14.8% of China's global exports, representing a $502 billion out of the $3.4 trillion in exports. So 502 billion in 3.4 trillion is I'm not sure it's a decent amount, don't get me wrong, right? That's a decent amount. But that's basically dropping it down to what, 3 trillion? Like, what are we talking about here? So China could easily, this is not a case where USA could trade embargo with Cuba and actually screw over Cuba for years and years and years, right? This is not like, this would hurt Vietnam more. This would hurt other countries more because they probably rely on USA to bring in the money for themselves, right? But China doesn't need that. China can sell to India, to Russia, to North Korea, to Japan, to speaking of Japan, Japan actually said, or Nintendo said, they're not gonna sell a Nintendo Switch 2 in China for the current time. Now, things like that are going to escalate the trade war and possible tariff wars, and then possible partying of countries with one side and the other side, and then you have World War III all over again. So, I mean, we are escaping one thing. We escaped damn near big Great Depression recession for at least for 90 days. We escape it, right? We escape recession for 90 days. We'll see if we go back to recession after 90 days. But all of this is still very much a big question mark in the market, right? Very, very much a big question mark. For now, your $2 from product from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General is still gonna cost you $2, thankfully, and it's not gonna have to be raised up to $4, $5, $6. Okay, so that's a good thing. Maybe actually, if it's made in China, you still might have to deal with that issue. But overall, man, I'm not sure 14.8% is scary enough of a number to China to say, okay, we still want to trade. China could still make 80% revenue without needing USA. Like, they could just say fuck USA. So I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. If Xi and Trump are just gonna play a big game of chicken, I'm not sure how that's gonna play out, man. So far, President Trump, the greatest president ever lived, creating historic market events and historic trading opportunities. So like I said, or I shouldn't say I said, as someone else said, there's no crying in the casino. So Don't cry when you're playing in the casino. No crying in the casino. You know, if you had a bad day to start off with, go for a walk, go do something, come back, look for the next best trade and smack it. Smack that trade, okay? I've done that 2 days in a row back to back now, so I'm kind of I need a beer. I'm kind of stressed, okay? Start the day bad and then make it all back. Start the day bad and then make it all back. Oh, my goodness. Okay, speaking of beers, I think this Friday actually we'll be getting smashed. So yeah, I'll save myself for Friday. I won't drink any beers today, although I don't have beers at home, so I won't be drinking any beers anyways. A couple of the stocks that moved today, you can see how most of the names over here are big names that we're gonna keep an eye. Anyways, the travel sector, Delta Airlines reported pre-market. We talked about that last night, and that one, along with the whole sector, rocketed up to the north side. Delta actually came out today pre-market and said we're going to cut guidance or not give guidance, I think, if I'm correct, because of the whole tariff situation. You know, even Walmart said we're not gonna give guidance because of the whole tariff situation. And now with everything that's playing out, maybe you'll see companies actually giving guidance and giving proper outlook for investors to be faithful in the stock, in the market, and so on. So that will be something to keep an eye on as earnings season's right around the corner for some of these big technology stocks. That's also an important metric, which is capital expenditure. If is Microsoft is MicroStrategy, maybe not MicroStrategy, but is Microsoft, is Meta, is Google, are they still planning to spend the same amount of money they were planning to spend on AI, on infrastructure, on research and development, capital expenditure, right? Are they still planning to spend that amount of money that they were previously going to, or is the tariff situation and then the 90-day pause, the uncertainty, are they going to bring down the expenditure from, I think Meta was 60 billion? I could be wrong, but if it's 60 billion, what if they drop it to 40 billion? That's not a good number to see. It's still a big number, but they're dropping it by 20 billion. Whoa, what's going on? Why are they scared? So things like that will be very interesting to see as the earnings seasons are right around the corner with the big banks. Big banks on Friday. Tomorrow pre-market, I mean, there are some names that you could potentially keep an eye on. Constellation Brands, talking about beers this whole time, or maybe Constellation Brands of cigarettes. I can't remember if this is beers or cigarettes. But the Constellation Brand reporting today after hours. Quickly, let's go take a look at how the chart looks. CTZ, nope. CZS, nope. CSZ, nope. STZ, my goodness, STZ. So looks like a pop first, but then a drop right back down on earnings report. So not really sure, but they did apparently beat on both of them. They beat on EPS, they beat on revenue. We might have to pull up Benzinga to actually dive deeper into the report over here if we're interested to trade this name. That is pretty interesting. I mean, it would be cool if the stock was trading above this area, but clearly dropping right back into today's big candle. And I fear that might be the story for tomorrow with how big, I mean, look at that. With how big this candle is. Look at QQQ, man. Oh my God. With how big these candles are, is tomorrow just an inside day? I mean, wow. Ay, caramba. Is tomorrow just an inside day? I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it is. So, watching to see how today's VWAP, today's high play out. Right now, my opinion is bullish on the market. My sentiment is bullish, at least for the next 90 days. So, as long as market stays strong on dips tomorrow, I am mainly looking for dip by longs, right? So, NVIDIA, you got I don't think it goes back to 100 tomorrow, but you got stocks like NVIDIA, Tesla, which was really strong on in this whole ride. The reason why I'm saying really strong is because some of the stocks actually cracked much lower and further away from the 200-day moving average compared to Tesla, like Microsoft, Google, and so on. But Tesla was actually one of the few mega cap. I think Meta was one of the one that actually was the strongest until it also joined the party. But Meta and Tesla, you might want to keep an eye on these. So if the market does run back up to the north side, dude, that's insane, man. 502 low, 587 high. The volatility. The volatility. I should have just shorted the VIX today. God damn. Should have just shorted you, Vixie. I mean, I did. I tried to short it. Fuck. I tried to short it. What do you want me to do? It stopped me out before the move. Ah! Rattled. I was so close to glory today. I was so close to greatness. You know, but I just flew too close to the sky, or to the sun. I mean, flew too close to the sun, burnt my wings. Oh man, so rattled. I don't even want to like look at stocks for the rest of the day, bro. But no, we can't do that. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet over here. The White House tweets, "Let him cook." What is bro cooking? People's portfolios. That's what he's cooking. He's cooking people's portfolios, burning them to ground. The amount of people I know, big time traders, who came out and said, I'm dumping my portfolio, I'm not holding anything. Just yesterday, or actually might even be Monday. And then today, you get this craziness come out. And the Zoomer manager of this account, the White House account, let him cook. Come on, dude. What is this guy cooking? He's not cooking shit. Okay? Not cooking shit. Anyway, some of the stocks you might want to keep an eye on. AI related stocks, semiconductor related stocks. We knew semiconductor market or sector wasn't really getting impacted by tariffs anyways. At least that was the talk on the market. But I think it still would have been impacted, right? The material costs and so on. Anyways, what stocks you want to keep an eye on is these semiconductor stocks, AI stocks, because those were the stocks that were really appreciated by the market. For example, Palantir, still above its 500-day moving average. Any stock that's above 500-day, 200-day moving average. For some reason, my mind is stuck on S&P 500 was at 500 today, and now it's way above 500. But DocuSign, Palantir, Robinhood, these are some of the names that people really loved on the initial rally up when he got elected as a president, when companies were really bullish, such as crypto companies, AI companies, drone companies. All these stocks were really bullish that Trump was getting into presidency. Any of these stocks that actually are still above their 200-day moving average, those are the ones I'm going to really keep an eye on for day trading too, because those are the stocks are where people are going to park their money for swing trading, for long term and so on. So any stock that's reclaiming 200-day moving average, you can even run a quick scan. I think we can do that right now just to show you guys how easy it is to create a scan now on TradingView itself. So let's go to create a new scan, 200 DMA. What the okay, we're gonna ignore all that. Let's go to price, manual setup, 10 and above, value 10 and above. Okay, did that not set? Apply. Volume, average volume first. I want, okay, let's do 10 days, 10-day average. Oh no, I deleted it. Average volume, average volume, 10 days, manual setup. I want at least 1 million. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and let's do volume on the day. Volume on the day, 1 day volume, manual setup, at least 5 million. Okay. And then now what we want to see is moving averages. So moving average, simple moving average, 200-day moving average, 1 day add filter, manual setup, above or equal, apply. So now we got what? Above price. No. 200 SMA is below price. Haha. There we go. So 200 SMA is less than the current price. Can I do less than or equal to? I can't. Below or equal price. Hey, there we go. Below or equal price. And now you have stocks that are liquid, do volume, liquid, and we can also do this. If you just click that button, now you can get a nice split screen on your trading view. So now, boom, look at stocks, go through charts, and then you can look Berkshire. Shout out to Trump, not Trump. Shout out to Warren Buffett. So now you can quickly scan for stocks that are above its 200-day moving average. Banking sector actually takes a very big hit during recession talks and scary market periods. And if market is correcting itself, what sector was the strongest and what sector should look good again? It's the banking sector. So banking sector is potentially one that you got to keep an eye on. Look at Visa bouncing right off the 200-day moving average. UNH, really? Your 200-day moving average is that low? Is this the... Wait a minute. Is this the Louis Mangione lows? No shot, right? No way, that's the Louis Mangione lows. That's crazy. Walmart is always a great name to keep an eye on, right? 200-day moving average, always a great name to keep an eye on. And if Walmart is looking to break out again, I think Walmart just had a nice box. So potentially a breakout of that box high, which is what, somewhere around $90. So if Walmart gets above 90, 90.50 and shows strength above 90.50, I think it's a no-brainer long over there for you tomorrow. So just go through some of these stocks. I would be careful with Baba because the China sector is still scary. But some of these stocks, just scan them, look for the charts. If you like the chart on the daily, then dive deeper into it. Look into the hourly, look into the weekly, monthly. Well, monthly is not deeper, it's wider out. But dive into all of these charts and look for some, plays that sit well with your trading mindset, your trading play style, and so on. And get ready for tomorrow, because if tomorrow is a bullish day on the market, you're gonna have a lot of fun. This is getting time to go back into certain stocks and not the overall market. So by that I mean time to be a stock picker again. It's a stock picker time, and it's time to not trade the overall markets. It's just go trade Nvidia, go trade Tesla, go trade QQQ. Maybe just go trade Walmart on that $90 up, under, over. If Walmart is showing weakness into 90, into 90.50, there's no longs. But Walmart showing strength into 90 and above 90, there's no shorts. So very simple trade ideas over there. I'm actually going to save the scanner for myself, so I can always refer to this whenever I need to. And the beautiful thing about trading, why am I giving you guys a TradingView spiel over here? Like I'm sponsored by TradingView or something. Anyways, you can set up quick little charts to take a look at, and that way you just have multiple charts, right? You have 15 million charts at this point, instead of having to constantly change the one chart to go take a look at what a certain stock is doing, where it is, what it's doing. So create your scanners in play. I have a bunch of scanners over there, and then I just use these to help me out. Trade ideas is also another option, and if you're interested in trade ideas, I can get you a discount on that. click on the link below in the description and head over to that button right there. You can get 15% off by clicking this button on Trade Ideas. It's also another software I do use for scanning stocks. But these days, honestly, I haven't been needing to scan for stocks. It's just been trade the big names and the overall market. So right now, it's I've been kind of putting the scanners to the side and just focusing on the main names. But now that we're gonna have to focus on, you know, what stocks are actually strong, what stocks are actually holding above the 200-day moving average, what stocks are you know, looking to actually make that push up to the north side, what stocks are going to take advantage of the 90-day pause in tariffs, like Lululemon, Nike. Look at that. Nike is actually a very good breakout into a gap close. So imagine Nike starts trading above 60 bucks tomorrow, and look at that daily chart on Nike, just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's either Nike breaks 52 and goes doomsday, or Nike breaks 60 and goes hooray to the upside, right? So just got to keep an eye on this bad boy. Let me actually put Nike on my watch list here, because I actually haven't put any stocks on my watch list for now. I've just been talking the talk and not walking the walk. Nike, $60. If it gets above 60, I'm interested in this one. Walmart, we said 90, 50, but mainly $90. It's if Walmart gets above 90, I'm interested in that one. You already know we're going to keep an eye on the large cap, Apple, Amazon, Meta. I don't care about Microsoft and Google, Nvidia, Tesla, UVXY. I'm not sure if it's going to be that important tomorrow for me, because I think the play I was looking for happened today and I didn't get to participate in it, so I don't think there'll be a play for me in that tomorrow. But there's still lots of shorting in the volatility instrument if the markets want to go back up, right? UVXY could easily go back to 20s and 30s from what is it at right now, 50s, right? It is already on its way to 30s. Great. So it went from 50s to 30s and could easily go back lower and volatility dies down. So there could be still more opportunities to short volatility. Tomorrow, I am not looking for breakout longs at all. I'm looking for dip longs. And I say that because this candle on the market is ridiculous. If the market is trading above here, awesome. But I'm not looking to take the breakout long because I think the snapback risk is way too high. For any second, I think we're just waiting for some sort of a fake breakout and then a big snapback down. It's also very headline risky. So I would love to get long above this area, but I would need the market and stocks to give me a dip to get long into, such as the 9 EMA or the 21 EMA or VWAP, or give me a good 5-minute pattern to take the breakout in if it's actually solid. So gotta be very careful and selective with how we're playing the long tomorrow. If the market does gap down and show us some support above this multi-day high, 1, 2, 3-day high over here, which is 443. Let's say QQQ dips down into 443 and builds some support into 443. I think that could be the easiest long tomorrow to look for across the board. You wait for QQQ to pull down, you wait for S&P 500 to pull down, you wait to see how Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, Apple are reacting, and then you just simply get long on their perspective patterns. For example, if Nvidia is holding above its VWAP, its intraday VWAP, or yesterday's VWAP, which would be today's VWAP, right? So for example, today's VWAP is what? Exactly yesterday's high. So today's VWAP is exactly yesterday's high, which is right around $105, $106. So imagine Nvidia with the rest of the market gaps down, pulls back, and builds support around this 103, 106 area, and at the same time QQQ is also building support above the 3-day high that I was just talking about. That is exactly what I want to see on both of these to get ready for some sort of a home run long back up to the north side. So very, very patient tomorrow. I might not even trade the open except for these stocks, right? If Nike is above 90 in the pre-market, I might be really interested to look for an opening range breakout for the gap close. If Walmart is above 90 in the pre-market, market, I might be looking for an opening range breakout for a bigger move up north on Walmart. So a couple stocks like that, I'll be ready to attack them. But anything else, I'm going to be a little bit more patient, a little careful. Palantir is a name that I am for sure going to have on my list. SMCI coming back into the ranges that were very important to me on the way down, but I'm not sure they're as important to me on the way up. So watching SMCI, it is an AI name. So as I said, you know, you might want to keep an eye on AI names. This is one of those AI names to keep an eye on. And if SMCI stays bullish above 34, 35, I don't see why it's not a long to participate in. But I'm not sure I'm going to be really looking for this trade tomorrow. Palantir, Docu, I think Hood is more the one I want to look for. So Robinhood goes on the watch list. MicroStrategy. I know Angry Buddha is somewhere in the chat saying, I told you so, I told you so. And we do have someone else, Diego saying long Bitcoin. Well, if you did do that, then obviously you're loving it. You gotta love Trump, eh? Trump tweets on Truth Social Media that buy the dip. This is the best time to buy the dip, and he sends the market to the moon, baby. You gotta love Trump, bro. You gotta love Trump. I told you so. Listen. If that 90-day pause didn't happen, this was going lower, and I would be saying I told you so. And I don't want to say I told you so, but I would be saying I told you so if that 90-day pause didn't play out the way it did. So you can kiss the ring for Daddy Trump and thank him for allowing you to even be saying that to my face, okay? But MicroStrategy, this breakdown was so juicy, and I was so ready to take that breakdown if it's set up, but failed me once again. MicroStrategy failed me once again. Failed. Coinbase moving back up to the 21-day moving average. Bitcoin moving up, obviously, so that's going to give you some moves on IBIT, Coinbase, MSTR. So watching to replicate the Bitcoin moves, you got to watch the stocks that move off of Bitcoin. Trying to remember if there is really any name that I'm forgetting. APP, the short report name, also above its 200-day moving average. AppLovin. What was ARM? How did ARM do today? Okay, not really too good over there. MU making a move back towards that 83, 84 area. If MU gets back into 84 and finds rejection, that might be a short over there. So I'm going to keep MU on the watch for that 84 resistance and see if I get to get some shorts on that pop. If it does show me some walls, I might even throw in an alert just in case the stock gets into that price point. If you do get up there, please alert me so that way I'm ready to see if there's a short opportunity over there. Micron, Marvell, nah. PFE, nah. mRNA, nah. Ooh, nah. Any real names to keep an eye on, chat? Any real names to keep an eye on? Agree, Trump saved it for now. Trump 100% saved the market, but he also is the one who killed the market. You don't get brownie points for stabbing someone and then putting a band-aid over them. You don't get brownie points for that. You don't get called a hero. You don't get called a savior. You don't get called a man with the cape for stabbing someone and then giving them a band-aid. That's not how things work. What? It's like, let me rob you and then give you $1 for your troubles. You can call me your god. That's not how things work. What? Anyways, I'm just angry because, I was set up for that trade. I was so set up for the trade, and all of a sudden, market makers just come in and then ruin my day for me. They ruined my day. I could have had such a big day today. they ruined my day for me, and I'm absolutely frustrated. So frustrated. But we can't keep that anger within us. You know, market doesn't have anything against you. It does what it does, and you do what you can do about it. And what I can do about it is learn from my mistakes, grow from them, and get better. And go right back at the market tomorrow. Round 2, baby, fight. Boom, hit you with that right, hit you with that uppercut, and kick you in the face. So ready to fight again tomorrow, ready to see what type of opportunities we set up. I know I said all I think about the market already, but I'll say it one more time. I'm looking for a dip. Dip and hold is much better than you know, gapping up, because if we gap up, it's almost no longs for me at all. I am not looking for a long if we gap up. I am waiting for the one exhaustion tick that shows up, the one hammer candle, the one failed breakout, so I could then get short and risk that high for that move back into today's high, or a move back into today's VWAP or something like that. So if we gap up, I am not looking for a long at all. So if we gap down, I might be interested. So things are very dependent on what the market does for me. Keep in mind tomorrow is a very interesting day, so you might even want to, when I say you might, I'm talking to myself, I might even want to get into work a little bit earlier. I know I say this every time, but I don't, because I like to get some sleep in. But tomorrow is a special day. It's CPI, baby. CPI day at 8:30. Given the volatility that we still have, it's like a fucking flashbang over here, man. Oh my goodness. It's like a goddamn flashback. Thank you. So given the current volatility we got in the market, I am almost convinced that no matter what the number comes out for CPI, we're going to get some sort of a reactionary move. So this could potentially gap up the market and then set the tone for the rest of the day. We also have continuing jobless claims tomorrow at 8:30. So CPI, continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, FOMC member at 10 o'clock, another FOMC member at 12:30, 30-year bond auction. Today's 10-year bond auction was insane. 30-year bond auction tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll see if that one moves the market again. So very volatile economic calendar for the day. And on top of that, we already have a very volatile president to move the markets for us. So all I can say is wish you luck. And let's hope for another profitable day on the markets. Profitable day on the markets for ourselves. I gotta really focus on not. I might want to put some bank names on my watch list. I'm actually gonna do it. JPM, BAC. What other banks are there? Am I forgetting any? Citibank. So out of all the banks, only WFC and JPM are pretty much at their 200 or above their 200. I'm going to quickly throw in some of these airliners just to be safe. I mean, American Airlines is at $10 or was at $8. So if this sector, you know, has some sort of a relief rally, this one could easily go back up, right? If you pull back this chart, look at that chart. Oh my goodness, please don't tell me Dollar Tree broke out. Thank God. Whew. Whew. Oh, I was gonna have a heart attack. Oh baby, yes, thank God. Okay, so this is one that you might want to keep an eye on. Dollar Tree reports earnings multiple times, but is not able to break the high or the low 200-day moving average. The tariff news was actually something that people were worried that Dollar Tree was going to get affected by that and really break to the downside. I'm not sure how much of Dollar Tree products are made in China and so on. But if tariff news are now going to help them out, I know China news might not help them out, but if tariff news is going to help them out, a breakout above this $80, ooh-wee, right? So look out for that one. Dollar Tree might want to be on the watch over there. Trying to see if I can remember any other stocks. Maybe quickly take a look at Dollar General. Dollar General getting a nice reject from that previous earnings area high. Not sure why the candle's over there. Previous earnings area high. Not remembering any other names that I really want to take a look at. Shopify, Spotify. Oh, wow. Okay, Spotify. What the heck? Carvana. Wow. Oh, really? Okay. Carvana, I mean, it makes sense, right? If tariffs are not going to be that big of an issue, then people are going to think about buying cars before tariffs do get scary. So secondhand dealer, Carvana. The GM and Ford and them pop up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure the Canada auto tariffs are still in place in the same way. So not sure how that one sets up. Read Dollar Tree selling its stores soon. Read that Dollar Tree is selling its stores soon. Could be. But I'm just playing technicals, right? We're just playing technicals at this point. 10-year auction went well. Yeah, that was a monstrous trading opportunity. Good luck, Prado. Yes, sir. FAS and FAS go hard. What is that? Oh, these are ETFs for banks. Thank you. Directional ETFs for banks. I didn't know these ETFs at all. FAS is the bull. FAZ or Z is the bear. Are these small time or regional or just all financial in general? Not as much volume as I would like, but still for a $6 name, that's a pretty good volume right there. I'm comparing them to like SOXL, which does what, 700 million shares. It's almost illegal to kind of compare it to them if you ask me. And honestly, SOXL might be something to keep an eye out tomorrow. If the sector has some sort of a bullish rally, this one was beat down. The whole sector was really hurt. So if this one has a rally, I mean, we could see SOXL really moving to the upside. So a couple ideas over there. But I think I'm just going to put my risk on what I said on QQQ and on Nvidia and some of the other stocks in my list over here, such as Walmart, Nike, Dollar Tree. I'm not sure Dollar Tree breaks 80 tomorrow, but for sure watching how that 80 area sets up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is basically the stream for tonight. Talked about a couple of stocks that I'm interested in. Talked about my outlook on the market and what I think is going to set up for tomorrow. And really quickly showed you guys the econ calendar. Let's go take a look at the IPO calendar. We got the two SPACs, two reverse mergers showing up. So not interested in either one of these tomorrow. Are they tomorrow? This one was today. That one is tomorrow. But yeah, don't care about either one of those. And I guess that leaves us with... That's it. That's pretty much it. So nothing else to really talk about. I wish you guys... SOXL was fun trading during the melt up. This is going to be another melt up if your great president is actually going to, you know, let the market go up for once. Buddy has been watching the market crash and freaked out, and then let the market go back up. What is this picture over here? North Dakota State University. Wow, my God, that's loud. Oh my God, sorry chat. Oh my God, that was loud. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Have you said thank you yet? Have you said thank you yet, chat? Alright, I'm gonna go put my head in a bucket of ice so I can forget what happened today. And then I could, hopefully tomorrow, slay the market. And I wish you guys the best. Time for rolling on the outro. And time for you guys to go. Peace. Get destroyed. Get ready for it. Trade off of. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad.
might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.